Recording. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and we'll start with our breathing. So take a moment to get yourself nice and relaxed. Let your palms come to rest facing up. Take a moment, as Manolo said, so I'll go ahead and repeat so that it gets on. Fixity or fixed postures are the enemy of balance, of suppleness, and of soundness. So let your body fidget. Let your body find that movement. And just take a few cycles of breath to check in. And make sure that what you are sensing, you can feel throughout the body. As you sit, if you know that your hips are tight, low back is tight, please place yourself on a cushion so that your hips can be higher than your knees. Allow there to be a little J curve through the lower lumbar spine. And feel the shoulders begin to relax downward. Once you connect it into your body, begin to see if you can observe how the body moves as you inhale, how the body moves as you exhale. And if, as you're in your space of observation, your body wants to continue to check in and move, please allow it to do so. Whatever micro movements, small movements your body needs to make, please allow them to make those movements. And just in case I didn't state it clearly, the quote that I just read was from Manolo Mendez. He's a very well-renowned horse trainer. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and begin by breathing in, filling the belly. And as you fill the belly from this seated position, I want you to see if you can sense a grounding and a heaviness. As you inhale, you connect all the way down to the sits bones in the pelvic floor. Feeling that breath fill your body, that big wave from the bottom all the way up to below the collarbone. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, feel that wave release. Gentle contraction through the low belly, but I want you to feel that energy move all the way up to the shoulders. Feel them gently open. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, shift the area of awareness again to that low belly, so that as you inhale, you feel that gentle stretch downward, that gentle opening downward. Feeling the grounding sensation as you inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing that wave of breath, really feeling it move all the way upward, drawing that low belly in so that you can really feel the top of the dome, the diaphragm, really gently squeeze up. And as it does that, feel the shoulders ever so slightly open. And again, slow, steady inhale. Feeling the wave build, feeling the body ground. And then as you exhale from that grounding, allow there to be the mobility so that as you draw in through that low belly, gently release that breath, push that breath all the way out and up, back out through the nose. Feel it come all the way up to the collarbone. And then one more time, slow, steady inhale. Feeling the sits bones ground. When you're ready, exhale. Gently feeling the shoulders release. Let's go ahead and do that 4 more cycles of breath. At the end of the first cycle of breath, I invite you to please place your palms over your heart. So when you're ready, find your cycle of breath. As you're ready, as you're gently finding that last cycle of breath, with your hands over your heart, we're going to go ahead now and move into sound, frequency, vibration. We'll start by singing the sound of ah, then the sound of oh, then the sound of On your 4th breath, please set your intent for your practice today, making it an I am statement. Take a moment before we begin to sing and connect into something for which you feel gratitude. I was just looking at a study that talks about gratitude and how it actually strengthens your immune system. So find that peace. Feel it fill all parts of your body. And when you're ready, using that full diaphragmatic breath that we started with, slow, steady inhale. When you're ready, gently come back. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with the process that we did last week, last Wednesday. So we're going to start by making those little bit of micro movements through the pelvis. We're not going to do as many rotations because I'd like us to focus a little bit on the neck, okay? And see if we can't begin to release a little bit through the shoulders and the neck. So go ahead and come onto your back with the knees bent. And that same full breath that we started with, we're going to go ahead and do here. Please remember that as we do this, the relaxation is really important. So even if you don't do as many, because your body is still releasing and still relaxing, that's what's most important. So the first thing I want you to do is just let your hands come to your low belly. And again, I want you to feel that diaphragmatic breath, that full deep inhale. Really feeling the belly expand. Build it low so that as you exhale, that wave gently releases all the way up and moves all the way through the center of the body, all the way up, possibly to the crown of the head. So let's do that one more time. Full steady inhale. Really feel it build. And then as you exhale, gently allow it to release and relax. Okay, so now we're going to gently contract the pelvis. So as we inhale, I want you to squeeze. You may need to squeeze a little bit through the glutes, but you're going to feel your body begin to engage that arch. If this is at all painful, don't make the movement, but image the process. So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale, feeling that gentle extend or contraction. Then when you're ready, as you exhale, feel everything relax, release, and just very gently, very slowly begin to unwind. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and make the next inhale. And this time what I want you to do is use these low belly muscles as, even though they're expanding a little bit, I want you to feel the pelvis ever so slightly tip upward, okay? So when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. Feel that engagement a little bit. And as you exhale, again, let everything gently, slowly, see how slowly you can exhale, letting everything release, letting everything relax. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and begin with the left hip. So I want you to do a very gentle contraction with the left side of your trunk, drawing your hip bone up towards your rib cage. So again, as you inhale, feel that gentle contraction. And the same thing on this. As soon as you begin to feel sensation, don't keep drawing it in. You can just hold it where it is. And then as you exhale, feel that relaxation and that softening. And now here we're going to do this on the right side. So again, feel, just connect into the contraction a little bit on the right side. And when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. And as you do that slow, steady inhale, gently engage through that right side of your trunk, drawing that right hip up ever so slightly. And again, as soon as you begin to feel any type of discomfort or sensation, just hold it right there. And then as you exhale, feel that whole area begin to unwind, release, and relax. going to go ahead and take 2 full cycles of breath, just making sure that everything low has softened. And now we're going to begin to move into our shoulders and our neck. So this first time, just be aware of what happens through the lower back as you begin to move into the upper and into the neck. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and contract first. So slow, steady inhale. Gently feel the chin lift. Take a moment, if it feels like this is what's needed, to bring the shoulders up just a little bit. What you're looking for, again, is that sense of sensation. And as you're doing this, notice if the low back is also wanting to contract. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, gently, slowly release that movement through the back of the head. And again, allowing everything to come back to neutral and normal. And from here, when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and now, coming from parallel, so the chin is just at the pointing towards the ceiling. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the chin in towards the chest. So as you inhale, draw the chin in towards the chest. You may need to lift your head a little bit. Take it to that place where you feel the sensation. At the end of the inhale, let everything relax. And come back. Notice if you were using your shoulders as you were doing that. Feel everything begin to release and unwind. Now we're going to go ahead and gently move the head towards the left. And you can start by just turning your head towards the left. When you feel the sensation, pause at the rest of the inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release. Allow the head to come back to center. And feel everything sink and relax. And then again, when you're ready, as you inhale, gently roll the head over to the right. Looking for that sensation. Finish the inhale, really filling the belly, coming all the way down to the pelvic floor. Exhale. Gently feel that area release, relax. Bringing the head back to center, back to neutral. We'll go ahead and do that one more time, and then we'll roll onto our tummies to do a little bit of shoulder work. So again, when you're ready, gently. Now this time I want you to see if you can do this. If you were using your low back, because it was trying to help your neck arch, see if you can isolate, let the low back stay neutral, and instead find the arch as you inhale through your neck. Try taking the lower edges of the shoulder blades and gently drawing them down a little bit. Exhale. Gently allow everything to soften. As you bring your head back to neutral, slowly, gently. And then gently tip your chin towards your chest as you inhale. Find that space. Exhale, gently allow everything to relax and release. Let the rebound happen gently. And then once again, as you inhale, gently, slowly fill the belly with the breath. As you twist your head over to the left, finding that range of motion. When you're ready, gently exhale. Bringing the head back. Take a moment to pause, allowing it to relax, allowing it to release. And then on the next inhale, gently turn the head over to the right. Again, looking for that range of motion. On the exhale, gently, slowly release. Coming back to neutral. 2 cycles of breath right here, just checking in with the body. And when you're ready, I want you to draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself that gentle hug, gentle squeeze. And let's roll ourselves over onto our tummies. So we're going to begin by extending out through the left arm. Your right hand, actually, let me move, change sides. Your right hand is going to come up by your chest. Your head is going to turn gently to the right. So when you're ready, you're going to very gently, as you inhale, fill the belly, press down through the hand, and begin to roll your torso over onto its side. And you're going to pause as you exhale. Then when you're ready, what I want you to do here is with the next inhale, with that left shoulder, I want you to begin to feel the retraction as you inhale of retracting that left shoulder towards the spine. And then as you exhale, release the shoulder. One more time, slow, steady inhale. Contract the shoulder, allowing it to move towards the spine. And then exhale, allow it to completely relax. At the end of that second piece, gently roll yourself back down onto the belly. And now we're going to change sides. You're going to bring your right arm out, left arm in. As you inhale, I want you to gently roll your way towards that right side body. Head is gently on the mat, gazing to the left. So again, when you're ready, as you inhale, I want you to begin to find that right shoulder, gently draw that right shoulder towards the spine. If you're on your dominant arm, it may be a little bit more challenging. Things might be a little bit more braced and a little bit more frozen. As you exhale, gently allow that to relax. Feel it all soften. And again, when you're ready, slow, steady inhale. I want you to squeeze that shoulder. towards the spine. Exhale, allow it to soften. Feel your entire body soften as you do that. And then let's do this one more time, since this is probably most people's dominant side. So one more time. Squeeze as you inhale. Exhale, gently let it relax. Gently roll yourself back down. From here, let's gently press ourselves up into tabletop and take a moment in tabletop to put as much padding underneath those knees as you need to. Spreading wide through the hands, get nice and good and grounded. Oh. And we're going to just take a moment. I want you to do, just tip your chin towards your chest, and with the crown of your head, I want you to do very gentle circles, clockwise motion, very small. And then when you're ready, do counterclockwise circles, very small motion. Come back to neutral. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do a full wave. So we're going to do this front to back, and then we're going to roll it side to side. So when you're ready, as you inhale, gently create cow. As you open through the front abdominal wall, notice if you have areas where you're holding tension, tightness. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, gently drop through the hips. Shift that wave into your primary curve of your thoracic spine. You really want to engage the shoulders here, so feel those upper arms gently draw towards each other as you tip your chin in towards your chest. Breathe into your back, all the way down to the pelvis. And as you exhale, release it. Come back to cow. Very gently, very slowly. Now, in a clockwise motion, I want you to swing the rib cage out towards clockwise, so out towards 3, back and up to 6. Swing that rib cage out towards 9. Oh, and then you may need to bend your elbows a little bit. That's fine. Sink the sternum to 12. One more time, out to 3. Roll it back and up to 6. Out to 9. And then coming back to sink in towards 12. Now we're going to move that in a counterclockwise. So I want you to sink to 12, roll out to 9, come back and up to 6, roll out to 3, sink back to 12. And then one more time. Out to 9, back and up to 6, out to 3, down to 12. From here, you're either going to take puppy pose or extended child's pose, depending on what your hips and your knees are telling you to do. Beautiful. So puppy pose is where you keep your hips higher. Either place is fine. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently walk your hands over to the left, sweep that hip over to the right. Breathe more deeply into that right side. So this means that it's going to come all the way up through the rib cage, through the shoulder blade, and potentially all the way back into the tricep. Breathe. And once you're here, I want you to play. Remember, we're not trying to be fixed. So drop into a little bit more of that right side. Press down through the left hand and gently lift that left shoulder. Notice how this feels all the way through the spine, through the rib cage, all the way down to the top of the pelvis. Breathe. On the exhale, gently allow that to release. Let your body sink as you're moving towards the left. Then with the next inhale, press a little bit more into that right side, gently lifting that right shoulder. If you're tight, this may move only 1 millimeter, and that's fine. Breathe here. Let your body soften here. And then gently, slowly release that as you exhale. Let your body sink and absorb. Use the rest to feel the body unwind. So you guys, in the natural system of things, breath, heart rate, the exhale or the rest is always 0.3 to 0.4 times longer than the work cycle. So it's important to rest at least as long as you are working. Gently walk the hands back forward. Take a moment, come back up into tabletop, and for just a moment, front tabletop, keeping the tops of the legs on the mat. Just simply lift your knees 1 inch or a half inch, or even just feel your body create the contraction to begin. Gently let it release. Sink back onto hips towards heels, or back into puppy pose with the hips high. It doesn't matter which, and gently walk those hands over now towards the right. Sink the hips towards the left. Take a moment to observe how this lateral movement feels on this right side. Because we use each side for different movements, depending on our hand dominance, depending on motor movement habits that we've created since the time that we were wee small. The two sides of our body are not necessarily the same. So first thing I want you to do is allow that left side to sink, and then press more into that right hand, gently allowing that right shoulder to come up, right side body to come up just a little bit. Breathe. Beautiful. So nicely done. Everybody looks fabulous. Good. Gently, slowly on the exhale, let everything soften and relax. Then when you're ready, still with the hips moving out towards the left, I want you to press a little bit more into that left hand and begin to lift that left shoulder, and just observe how this feels on that left lateral side. Breathe. You might just be moving a millimeter, and that's fine. All I want you to do is pay attention to what your body is asking you to do. And then gently, slowly release. On the exhale, bringing that down. Let everything soften. And let your body absorb what it is that you just did. And then gently, slowly walk your hands back. Bring yourself back into tabletop. And gently lengthen into that right leg. So the right leg is shooting straight back. Now what I want you to do is you're going to lift that right pelvis a little bit as you bend into that knee. And I want you gently to bring your knee towards your shoulder. Bring it out and up and Circle it back down. You're hovering now, and bring it up and into the chest. So gently rounding the spine. One more time. Gently kick it back. Shift that right hip out and up. You can come onto your fingertips on the right side if that feels a little bit better. Draw the knee towards the shoulder. Make a circle with the knee. Gently swing it down, still hovering the leg. Bring that right hip down, and now draw the knee high up and into the chest. And lengthen back. Take a moment here to try something completely different. Lengthen that right leg back, and just only going as far as is comfortable for the knee. Take that as a long leg. If you can come all the way back, that's great. If you can come part way, that's great. And then gently draw that knee in. Open those knees wide. And gently walk the hands out if you're going to stay in puppy. Or drop the hips back if you're going to come in to extended child's pose. And now we're going to go ahead and recreate that on the left side. So again, we're starting in tabletop. Kick that left leg back. Lift that left hip. So you're turning that left hip up towards the ceiling. Bend into the knee, drawing the knee towards the shoulder blade. And draw a big circle with that knee. Extend it back. Bend into the knee again, still hovering. Draw it up and in to the center of the body. And then one more time. Lengthen that left leg back. Lift that left hip. Come onto the fingertips if that's what feels appropriate. Bend into the knee, drawing the knee towards the shoulder. Do a big circle with the knee. Drop it down, hip and leg. Come back to center. Chin towards the chest if you choose. And now extend that leg back, only taking it as far as your knee is comfortable. So you can stay in tabletop with the leg extended, or you can gently shift the hips back towards the heels. It's up to you and what your body tells you is best. Gently release that. Bring yourself back to tabletop. This time, keeping the hips together, sway over towards the left. Gently opening. Gaze can shift over towards the right. Release, come back to center. Pause. And now shift the hips over to the right. Gaze can come to the left. And gently, slowly bring yourself up. From here, walk your hands back or slide them back so that now we're in kneeling pose. And I need to adjust myself a little bit. We'll just go ahead and change. How are we doing, you guys? Feeling okay? Okay. Good. All right. So from our kneeling pose, we're going to go ahead and start with the left leg. If you're worried about your balance this morning, please grab a chair and place it to the side. Hands come to the hips. I want you to shift your body weight over to that right knee and gently lengthen into the left foot. So sweep that left foot up. Beautiful. Good. You're doing okay. From here, as long as your body says yes, gently let the pelvis and the torso come forward. Oh. Find that opening through the right side. If it feels like it might be too much opening, please squeeze into the glutes a little bit. Now, from here, as long as your body says yes, I want you to pull. So you're going to press down through that left foot, bring your torso back up, and now lengthen into the leg. This is going to be a fun little bit of balance. So you're hinging from the hip, which is where the top of the leg meets the trunk, and gently, slowly hinge forward. You may need to curl underneath those right toes. That can act as a stabilizer. Breathe. Gently release. Okay, now, as long as your body says yes, I want you to release that left leg and bring it out to the side. Woo, look at us go. Very nicely done. Yahoo. Okay, left hand, bring it on top, right arm up. Exhale, gently roll ourselves into gate pose. Breathe. If you want to try something a little bit more tricksy, you can release this right hand, sweep it behind, and now gently, slowly twist the upper torso and the head up towards the ceiling. Breathe. From here, gently turn your head and your upper torso so that you are once again facing ahead. Swing up and over with that right arm. And then inhale, lead with those right hands. Bring the torso all the way back up. Hands come back to the hips. Bring both knees in. And we're going to do a little dance on our knees, very gently, moving through the pelvis, moving through the knees. Okay, here we go. Moving now into the right side. Please make sure you've got lots of padding underneath those knees. We want happy knees. Shift your body weight into that left hip. Step that right foot forward. Oh, goodness. Balance today for me is a little wonky. Okay, as long as your body says yes, gently draw forward. Pelvis and trunk coming forward and down. Feel that really gentle opening. Breathe. Knee and ankle are stacked. Beautiful. Nicely, nicely done. From here, as long as your body says yes, press down through that right foot. Shift torso, hips back, extend through the leg. Gently draw the hip or draw the trunk forward, lengthening through the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. If balance is an issue, use your chair, or you can curl underneath the left toes, which will actually act as a stabilizer, believe it or not. Breathe. Inhale, gently, slowly bring yourself up. Toes can stay curled under, or you can come back to the flat of your foot. Gentle bend in this right leg. When you're ready, shift the body weight and bring that right leg out to the side. There you go, good. Take as many steps as you need to, you guys, and please make sure that you got your chair. I want everybody's body loving these postures, not going, oh my God. Right palm comes face up. Inhale, sweep that left arm up. And roll it over. Breathe. Slow, steady inhale. Slow, steady exhale. If your body says yes and wants to do something different, sweep that left arm behind. Open as you turn your head up towards the ceiling, allowing that upper torso to do a gentle twist. Oh, taking it all the way through the front. Notice if you've got one side that likes this a little bit more than the other. Breathe. And when you're ready, gently turn your head and your shoulders back ahead. Inhale, sweep that left arm back up and over. And then inhale, lead with that left arm. Bring yourself up. Torso comes up. Leg comes in. Little bit of patting back and forth. Okay, here we go. From here, let's grab our chairs. Okay, everybody's body, everybody knows what their body says is a yay or a nay. So I'm going to leave this up to you. If your knees and your ankles right now are going nay, then what you're going to do to get yourself up is I want you to use your chair, bring one leg up so it can be either the right or the left. Use your hands to stabilize to bring yourselves up. If your body's feeling a little sassy this morning and you want to try a little something more, you're going to start, bring one leg up, hinge forward, curl underneath the back toes, step up. Okay, so it's up to you and what your body says. Okay, so find it, do what feels best. All right, so again, if your ankles and your knees are going, I don't want it this morning, please love your body. Put your hands on the seat of your chair, take one foot, bring it up forward, press down with the hands to help the legs come up. There you go, beautiful, fabulous, nicely done, good, I love it. Love it when everyone is successful. Go team. All right, you guys, now we're going to do a little bit of balance and we're going to use our chair. So if you know that balance for you is not your favorite thing, I want you to turn it so that you can keep your fingertips on the back of the chair. If you know that ankles are an issue for you today, for whatever reason, our little foot heart pumps are not working so hot today, then here's what you're going to do. You're going to place the heel of the foot on a little blanket to elevate it so that you're not putting so much extension into the joint, or flexion into the joint, excuse me. So I'm going to do it backwards just so that I can demonstrate what you're going to do if your body says yes. Is you've got two fingers on the back of your chair. If you need to, your heels are elevated. I want you to spread wide through the toes, squeeze through the glute, making sure that you are not hyperextending through the knee, and let your right hand come onto your hip. What I want you to do, if possible, is bend into the knee and touch the toe to the seat of the chair. There you go, good, lovely. If once you've got your toes on the seat of the chair, you can release both hands and balance there, awesome sauce. If not, keep two fingers on the chair. We're going to make the next movement. So if you need to, two fingers back on the seat of the chair, place your right hand on top of the right knee, and I want you to open the right knee out to the side. There you go, beautiful. So I had someone once upon a time call this the Captain Jack pose for the Captain Rum. Breathe. Hopefully that got a little bit of a chuckle. Please make sure that you're having fun. Release that. Bring the leg back to the back of the chair. Beautiful. Very nicely done. Good. From here, gently, slowly, draw that right leg down. Now I want you to walk in place for a minute and feel everything open up. There we go. Good. I'm doing a little march. Okay, here we go. Next side. Shift the body weight over to the right leg. Squeeze through the right glute. If you need to, two fingers on the chair. Shifting your body weight, get nice and grounded. Bend into that left knee. See if you can bring that leg up high enough so that you can touch just your toes on the back of the chair. Woo, look at you all go. Very nicely done. Once you're there, if your body says yes, you can release the 2 fingers and balance both hands on the hip. Please look out and away. I want at least 5 feet. Breathe. Next part, we're going to do our Captain Jack pose. 2 fingers on the back of the chair, left hand on top of the left knee. Reground, re-squeeze, and then gently release that left leg, open up that hip and that knee. Breathe here. Allow the gaze to be long. Squeeze. If you want to get really sassy, take 2 fingers off the chair. Gently, slowly, bring that leg back. 2 toes on the chair, and then gently lower the leg down. Again, let's come back to marching, making sure that nothing got too grumpy. Okay. Now, from this same posture, if possible, I want you to grab your strap. It's going to be the safest way to do this. So we're going to grab our straps. I'm using my orange so that it shows up. You are going to make a very large loop with your strap, coming back to balancing through the left leg first. 2 fingers on the back of the chair. I want you to take that right foot and place the strap around the right foot. Okay. Now, depending on what your ankles are telling you, this might be your entire posture. If possible, starting right here, I want you then to release 2 fingers and see if you can balance just like this. Again, let the gaze be long. Okay, if your body was able to do that, 2 fingers back to the back of the chair, I want you to see if you can kick that right leg back and then up a little bit. There you go, beautiful. Nice. If possible, 2 fingers off the back of the chair. Gaze is long. Make sure you're not hyperextending through the knee. Squeeze the glute. Release that. 2 fingers to the back of the chair. Let the leg drop. And let's do our march. Okay. Okay, here we go. Turning around. You guys don't have to. I'm just turning around so that everybody can see. All right, getting ready to do this now on the left side. So you're grounded through that right foot, 2 fingers on the chair. You've got your loop. Bring that left foot through. Beautiful, good. Okay, start right here, just with the left foot looped or the left ankle looped. See if you can find your balance without the 2 fingers, just right here. Breathe. When you're ready, 2 fingers back to the chair and kick back through the leg and gently draw it up a little bit. Beautiful, nice, very nice. If your body says yes, release your 2 fingers. Gaze is long, y'all. Breathe. All right, when you're ready, 2 fingers come back to the chair. Gently, slowly drop and release. Nicely done. Good. All right. From here, as long as your body says yes, you've got 4 fingers now on the back of the chair. I want you to come up onto the ball of your feet. Breathe. If your body says yes, gently bend into the knees and begin to slide down as if you're sliding down a wall. So the torso remains long. You may only move a quarter of an inch here, and that's fine. Breathe. Once you get a place to where your quadriceps are going, wow, we're really feeling it, stop. Release your 4 fingers. Breathe. 4 fingers back to the chair. Slowly, gently lengthen back into the legs. Exhale. Drop those heels down. Come back to your march. And I want you to curl your toes under as you lift your foot. Just trying to get everything neutralized. Okay. Pause. Take a full deep breath of joy. All the way out, all the way up. Let the palms touch. Exhale. Thumbs rest on the sternum at the heart point. And breathe. Take a moment to bring your body back. We call it neutral, but what we're really looking for is for all the muscles that we just used to unwind. One more cycle of breath. And then very gently, very slowly release. Okay, we're going to use our chairs now, but I want you also to grab a block. Okay, please make sure that as you do this, you are seated at the very edge of your chair. So just the sits bones. Good. All right, you guys. So here's the deal. If knees are an issue and crossing your leg like this feels like it's way too much tension on the knee, I want to give you another option. And that is place the block down and put your foot up on the block. Okay. All right. If it's okay, you're going to go ahead and cross your legs. All right. Otherwise, you have your foot up on the block. Okay. And the reason for this, and if your foot is up on the block, you're going to allow your stance to widen a little bit. Okay. So you've either got leg crossed like this, so this is my right leg over my left leg, or you have a wide stance where one leg is higher. So what you're going to do is, if crisscross doesn't feel good, you've got the wide stance, you're still going to come from your hips. But what I want you to do is lightly rest your hands on the hips and then just allow your body to fold forward. Okay? Otherwise, if you're crisscross, you good? Yeah. All right. From here, again, coming from all the way down here, what I want you to do is very gently, very slowly, just allow your torso to begin to come forward. And be gentle. So the shoulders are way, way, way relaxed here. The next step I invite you to do, only if your body says yes, is I want you to squeeze into that right glute. So nothing is moving, we're just activating and squeezing into that right glute. For one long, full cycle of breath. And then at the exhale, I want you to let it completely, slowly unwind. without moving your torso. Just let your body rest here for a full cycle of breath. And then check in and see if maybe with the next inhale, you can gently, slowly find your way in, maybe a quarter of an inch more, maybe an inch more. And again, when you find that place of sensation that feels like an invitation rather than a door being slammed in your face, pause. Let your breath breathe, let your body soften. And then one more time, squeeze into the glute, that right glute. For one long, slow inhale. One long, slow exhale. And then gently, slowly allow it to release. Pause without moving. Let your body reconnect and recreate itself. And then if your body says yes, hinging from the hips, come back into the space of invitation. And then very gently, very slowly, bring your torso back up. And bring your leg down. And I want you just to let your hands rest on top of your thighs. And just take a moment to scan your body, to let your body rest from what it just did. Notice the difference. And then gently move into bringing the left leg up and across. And again, if this is too much for your knee, take your block, bring your block on top of your left foot, widen the stance, and we're going to do the same thing here. So again, no, you've got two different parts of your body, two calves. We're working to draw them together, but because they do different things each side, you may be a little bit more or a little bit less flexible depending on the side. So just honor that. Hinging from the hips, gently lengthening forward. Again, only taking it to the place where you feel the invitation to lean in. When you're here, breathe. And then gently squeeze that left glute. One full inhale, one full exhale. Release that. Pause. And then if your body says yes, gently allow your body to move in, even if it's just a millimeter, back to the invitation. Feeling the invitation. And then one more time, gently squeeze into that left glute. One full inhale. One full exhale. End of the exhale, release the glute. Pause right there. Just feel the body unwind. And then very gently, very slowly, if there's an invitation to move further in, move that further in. And then very gently, very slowly, release, unwind. And let's go ahead and come down onto our mats. So you guys, we're gonna finish with a little bit of a psoas lengthening, psoas stretch, and then move gently into our twist. So you're coming all the way back down onto the back. So this is completely dependent on what your body says it needs. So like right now, if you can feel crankiness through the back or up against the inner edge of your pelvis, or the front of your pelvis, it may be that just finding extension one leg at a time is going to be enough stretch for your body. If you're completely comfortable here, then what you're going to do is I invite you to gently lift the hips up. You're going to place your block underneath your sacrum so the top edge of the block lines up with the dimple. So that way you've got stability. We're just changing the lift a little bit, okay? So if you're here, what I invite you to do is, starting with that left leg, is you're going to spider walk with the toes, gently lengthening ever so slowly that left leg to extension. And we're going this slowly because as soon as you feel that boundary, I want you to relax and breathe. And I want you to come back and really use that full diaphragmatic low belly breath. It's going to help your psoas begin to relax. So when you find your spot, breathe all the way down into that invitation. And then as you exhale, let that breath wash all the way up to your collarbone. And again, when you're ready, inhale. Feel the connection with the inhale all the way to the pelvic floor. When you're ready again, breathe. Following your own breath, one more. Please make sure that you're always making whatever micro movements your body says are best. And then very gently, very slowly, bring that left leg back up. And pause. 2 cycles of breath right here. Let your body relax and soften into what you just created. And then when you're ready, at the end of the second exhale, again, spider walk the toes, slowly, gently into the right side. As soon as your body tells you that you've reached your place of invitation, stop. Again, full deep diaphragmatic breath. Moving your way through the inhale and the exhale. Play with the idea that what you might need is a little engagement through the glute, and notice if that shifts things for you as you're here. Always making sure that the shift works as an invitation and is comfortable. And then ever so gently, release the glute if you squeezed it, and slide ever so slowly that right leg back up. Pause here. When you're ready, gently release the block. If you were on it, bring yourself all the way back down, and then gently draw the knees in. And now find length within the low back. And just pause here for a few cycles of breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and move into our twist. We'll begin by twisting to the right. So if you know you don't need a block, don't worry about it. If you are a little tight through the low back and say, yes, I do, please put your block out. And very gently, very slowly again, only going as far as the invitation tells you, swing those legs over to the right. And breathe. Breathe deeply into that left lung. Again, finding space of invitation. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly squeeze, bring the legs back up. Pause as you move the block over to the left side. And when you're ready, gently roll your legs over to the left. And breathe. This time finding the invitation through the right side. One more cycle. And at the exhale, gently roll those legs back up, squeeze, give yourself that gentle hug, either knees underneath the backs of the thighs to take care of knee flexion, or interlace your fingers just below the kneecaps. Chin is in neutral, neck is in neutral, shoulders are relaxed. And then when you're ready from all of that, allow the arms to float down by the sides. Take a moment to squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades towards the spine, and then allow them to relax. Gently lengthen the legs down. Moving into your final deep relaxation, so that whatever props you need, please take. But feel your body. If your body says yes, as you move into this final deep relaxation, please feel free to make those same micro movements that we began our practice with, wherever you feel that you might need just a little bit more connection and deep relaxation. Take a moment to scan the body. Please notice how it feels now versus how it did when you first came to class. And let everything go. Let everything soften. Let everything release. Gently, slowly, begin to find your way back. Start with fingers and toes, hands and feet. Allow them to make gentle movements, gentle circles. And then feel the awareness come back into the body, all the way back to the center of the body, to our organs, our stomach, our liver, our heart, our lungs. Deep, full inhale, feeling the wave once again build as it presses against the pelvic floor. And then when you release it, feel it wash all the way through the center of the body, up to the collarbone. If it feels appropriate, allow your arms to come up over your head and stretch, fingertips to toes, bones to skin. Feel that gentle pandiculation, that gentle contraction, which is your body's reset. And when you're ready, draw the knees high into the chest, wrap your arms gently around. One last hug. And then when you're ready, roll yourself onto your side, back to a seated position, eyes still closed, breath soft. Let the thumbs come to the heart and the hands touch, palm to palm. Y'all, thank you so profoundly much for letting me be part of your practice today. I honor the divine in you, that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste.